Hey guys, MCU Collector here with a new video, and this one is going to be kind of an older figure now. It's not that old, but I never really got around to doing a review on this figure. Other Marvel Legends started coming up and everything. So it's been out for a while. I'm sure there's lots of other reviews and whatnot out there. But I did want to get something together in video form. So this isn't going to be a full in-depth review where I just talk and show the figure. Hopefully it'll be quick. I want to show you the accessories that it comes with and really just kind of talk about the figure and what I like about it. And then I'll of course do a little comparison with the homemade suit Spider-Man that we got and the classic red and blue Mezco Spider-Man figure. So we'll talk about that now. Okay, so here are the three Spider-Man figures. So there's actually two other Mezco Spider-Man figures that have been released. There's also a Miles Morales that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and then there's the PX exclusive symbiote suit, which I'm not going to include in this. I just wanted to kind of stick to the red and blue Peter Parker for this review. But really going to talk about this one. I just wanted to show you this one to see this big size difference between the two. You know, we have an adult Spider-Man, and then we have, you know, a teenage movie version Spider-Man. So that's you know, where the size difference is going to come in. So we can go ahead and kind of push him off to the back here and focus on our two MCU Spider-Man figures. So this one was a MDX or Mezco Direct exclusive, but was also exclusive, I believe, to Shanghai Comic-Con, something kind of convention, something going on. Because Mezco always does exclusives for some kind of event, Toy Fair, San Diego Comic-Con, LA Comic-Con, and New York Comic-Con. So different conventions, and there's some that are in different countries as well, and then they do release a however much through their website, mezcotoyz.com. So that's where the homemade suit came from, and this is one of my favorite Mezco figures. It's probably my second favorite, my first favorite being the Thor Ragnarok figure, because I just think Mezco executed that thing so unbelievably well. I was truly impressed by that figure. But this one is great too. It's very simple. You know, with Mezco Toyz, they have the soft goods, and in my opinion, soft goods on 6-inch figures are not always good. However, Mezco does do a great job with it. Now, early Mezco figures, I will admit, I do not like. I am not a fan. Even the Spider-Man is a little bit on the older side. The reason why I bring that up is when you look at the type of material that they're using for the outfits, like this, the homemade suit, you could see it reminds me of like sweatpants, pajamas kind of thing, but it works perfectly for this figure. It does not work so well on certain other types of figures. Like on here, you can kind of see the lines through the blue. Like the old Punisher figure, the PX Punisher, that one's one of the most valuable that there is. I don't like the way the black suit looks on it. I just don't. That's just me. Now, lately, the last 2 years or last year and a half or whatever it is, the material has really changed, and I really am impressed with what they can do. So I just wanted to kind of mention that. So we'll kind of look at that so you can see the size comparison. I'll see if we can put the Peter Parker head on this one. I think you can, but we'll kind of check it out. But I just wanted to show that. Now I really just want to focus on this figure and how great it looks. So let's get in closer to get a better look at him. Okay, so we're up close and you could just see how the details of this thing came out looking great. Mezco does a great job with head sculpts and how they come out looking. I'm fully behind them because I think they do terrific work. This head sculpt is no different. We get the double web lines that are actually sculpted on the figure, which I think looks pretty good. Usually I don't like it when the web lines are sculpted, but in this case for his head, it comes out looking really good. Now through the rest of the figure, we don't have that because we have this, I don't even know what it's called, this pleather leather-like material that they use that has some good movement to it, so I'm glad that it really works out. So I really like the way that looks. The suit just came out looking very awesome throughout the whole thing. I like the way the blue looks. It came out really, really good. Let's get him off the stand a little bit so we can take a look at the rest of the figure. But yeah, it just kind of came out looking really good. They were even able to get the lines throughout the legs and everything. So I think they did a great job. The seams hide pretty well actually on this figure too. You know, depending on the Mezco figure, sometimes they aren't hidden as well, but I think they did a good job on this figure, really getting those seams hidden in there and really kind of clean looking. So I like the way that looks. And then you have the boots with the sculpted web lines, and those look really good as well. So a great figure, but you could see that there's a lot of good movement in there. And then like the difference with these versus Hot Toys, you know, Hot Toys you don't want to leave posed because it could damage the material that the suit's made in. These Mezco figures are pretty durable, so you wouldn't really have any issues getting this guy into certain kinds of poses or anything like that. So nothing to be concerned about there. Look in the arms. So this portion of the arm here is all plastic sculpted. The soft goods stop at the elbow. They do have to have kind of a stopping point there, and it's kind of tucked away within this black line there, so it kind of works out pretty good. So let's check out some of the accessories that this guy comes with. Okay, so here's the inside of the package. You can see the accessories that it comes with. So another thing Mezco is excellent at is their accessories. So we get this web line here. It's folded in half so you can get it to be really long. So I'm not going to go, again, not going to be real detailed review here. A couple other pieces of web here. We get the web wings, which I'll talk about because I don't like that thing at all, actually. We get a couple of additional head sculpts. I know all you can see is my hairy arm while I try and get that out. Whoops. So you can see, so instead of, you know, separate eye pieces to change out the eyes, we actually get new head sculpts showing the different levels of the squint to the eyes, which is really cool. This one you can kind of see, but let me try and take it out as I struggle here. This one, his eyes are kind of the medium. You know, out of the package, they're kind of fully opened. So really cool the way that those came out. We get flipping hands, wall crawling hands, a web holding hand, and then open hands and fist hands. So lots of accessories that comes with this guy. We also get the Mezco stand, which is great. And then we also get a magnet. So if you wanted to show Spider-Man, you know, wall crawling on something that's, you know, metal or a refrigerator or something, you can actually get to do that. So that's really cool. So awesome accessories. Okay, so I want to talk about the web wing accessory here real quick. So I think it's awesome that they gave us something to really showcase that. The problem I have with it is you could see it clips around the waist, and then it can connect to the stand to get to show him like he's doing a you know, a flight pose, like he's in air. The issue that I have with it is this clip. You can see it's plastic. It's not sharp or anything, but I'm very scared and worried that those ends of the clip are going to catch onto the soft goods, onto the outfit. I'm really worried about that. I think it's a poor design because it's a very snug fit. Sorry about that. It's a very, very snug fit. So I'm really worried, you know, putting it on and putting it off, because you either have to go real low or real high, and so I'm concerned, is it going to hurt the red material there on the figure? And God, I'm just scared to put it on. Like, you can kind of stretch it out, and I guess then it fits pretty well. So then it just kind of there. So you can kind of look it like that, but you kind of have to fake it. So I probably have it a little, see the way it's bunching into the costume like that. I don't like that, man. Let's see if I can get it a little bit. See, I feel like I'm scratching right into it. Okay, so yeah, so that, see, I don't like it. I'm not gonna display it with this, but it's cool that we got it. I just wish it was, you know, was able to attach to the figure a little bit differently, but yeah, that's just my take on it. Now let's see if that Peter Parker head fits. Sure enough, the unmasked Peter Parker head fits perfectly on the figure, and I really like the way that looks. I think they came out looking really good. So I think Mezco did a pretty good job on this. The more and more I look at it, I think kind of the less it really looks like Tom Holland. I think a lot of the Tom Holland head sculpts that we get are kind of more from the very early on. This almost reminds me of a Civil War look where he looked a little bit younger. But I still think they did a really good job. Maybe for Far From Home, they'll give us another 2 different Spider-Man. That'd be pretty good. You know, we get the stealth suit and the upgraded suit. I just hope it doesn't take, you know, almost 2 years after the movie comes out for us to get the Mezco figure. But looks really good. Okay, so just my final thoughts on the figure. I think Mezco did a great job executing this figure. It doesn't have the most articulation, so, you know, the legs are only going to go out that far apart. But there's pretty good motion kind of throughout. I think it's a great display piece for anyone's collection. You know, I don't know if the value's gone up on this guy or whatever it is, but retail is $80. I think it's a fair price for what we're given. You know, the soft goods is not a cheap option for figures, and Mezco does it extremely well. So I do recommend the figure. I do still like the homemade suit a lot more, but this is a great one to add to the collection. So there it is. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, let me know down below. And that's it. Thank you for watching.